Labour Party, not for money bags, party chairman warns. Yeah, so Labour Party, just like the slogan goes, that they know they give shishi. Okay, so anybody that is in politics or that belongs to a party solely to make money and should not think of that if joining Labour Party. Okay, and it's obvious with what played out during these 2023 elections. Everybody that joined Labour Party worked selflessly. In fact, donated their time, their energy, their resources, their talent, and everything to ensure that Labour Party survives. And that is why Labour Party is excelling today in a period of just 6 months prior to election, or about 9 months prior to election. Labour Party just went off the roof. Okay, so this one now, before this warning came, I'm sure some individuals must have been identified, and this is particularly in Ogun State. Okay, maybe some individuals have been identified as people wanting to make money out of the party, but it's not going to work. And this Ogun State actually has always been having issues with its own Labour Party leadership because we don't know what is happening in that state. So let's see what the chairman has more to say. The chairman of the Labour Party in the 20 local government areas of Ogun State, that the chairman, okay, of Labour Party in the 20 local government areas of Ogun State have warned party chieftains to drop any rumored plan to sell the party to politicians with the highest price. Okay, the chairman, while describing some of the party chieftains as transactional politicians, advised them to turn a new leaf so as to facilitate growth in the party. In a communique they jointly signed after an emergency meeting held in Abeokuta, the chairman stressed that the party would take harsh measures against anyone found guilty of trying to use Labour Party to generate money for personal gains. They, however, expressed readiness to work with all aggrieved members, adding that the party must be allowed to heal from inflicted wounds and infestations. The party chairman also passed a vote of confidence on the National Working Committee led by Barrister Julius Abure. That is it. So where is Lamidi Apapa? He's not there. He's not there. He's not there. Okay, while throwing their weight behind the new publicity secretary of the party, Obiora Ifo, the party chairman resolved that the existing status quo regarding the suspension of Abayomi Arabambi and other state leaders remain valid, and that is true. The communique read in part, "We passed a vote of confidence on the National Working Committee of Labour Party, ably led by Barrister Julius Abure, and do recognize him still as the national chairman of the party while disregarding every other individual parading themselves as leaders of the party as against the decision of the NEC." Okay, that's the National Executive Council. In our collective resolve to build a party that works for all, we hereby sound a clear note of warning to all transactional politicians still lurking around in the party to turn a new leaf as the days of their perpetration with impunity, where they sell off an entire political party to the highest bidder while pocketing the money, which is a case of modern political slavery, are now gone. The real owners are now ready to occupy their rightful political house. We wish to assure our members across the state to remain unwavering and that the displays of greedy politicians in our party are just that of a dying era. The forum therefore hereby resolves to stand by the existing status quo regarding the suspension of Mr. Abayomi Arabambi and other state leaders, including the former state chairman, Pastor Michael Asadi, while waiting for their eventual expulsion from the party. Wow, this is a very nice one coming from the whole 20 chairmen of the Labour Party in 20 local government areas of Ogun State. Sounding note of warning to the people they tagged transactional politicians lurking around the party, wanting to sell the party to other politicians of highest bidder, and pocketing the money. That is a real sellout. And that is probably one of the problems Arabambi is having in that party, and that is why he's remaining in suspension. So, and they are still saying that they solidly stand behind the leadership of Barrister Julius Abure, the national chairman, the National Working Committee, and the National Executive Council, because that is their known leader. That is the president or the chairman of the party at national level that they know. Any other person parading himself as a leader in the party is on his own. And I'm sure that must be referring to Lamidi Apapa, who was planted there by opposition to scatter the party. That guy is not going to find any place in Labour Party. That is the truth. By the time he tries and sees that it's not succeeding, the next thing he will leave the party. I'm sure he created faction to cause confusion, but that faction will be short-lived. And that is why people like Peter Obi and other national leaders of the party are not worried about his existence. Okay, and I'm sure before these 20 local government chairmen of the party in Ogun State came together to do this, they must have seen some individuals at state level, looking for how to make personal gains from the party. And they must have also seen people that are members of the party but probably are working for opposition parties while still in the party. And I would not be surprised to see that, because we've seen that in other political parties. People like Wike that is in Labour, that is in PDP and is working for APC is a very good example. Okay, he stayed there in PDP and scattered PDP in the state, and then worked for APC in the state. So there are several people that have been paid to, they have been bought by opposition to remain in the party to cause confusion while working for them. So before these 20 men came together and made this warning in Ogun State, they must have seen this kind of thing also playing out in Ogun State. So the key thing here is that Labour Party is not for money bags. It's not for a case of highest bidder. It's not for corrupt politicians looking for how to make their own share of money, because it is their time. And it's a very good one coming from these three people. Somebody said they brought Apapa as a mole to jettison Labour Party court process against Tinubu because he is afraid of facing damning charges against him in the tribunal. And that is true. A lot of individuals have come out to say that Arabambi and the crisis in Labour Party, Lamidi Apapa and crisis in Labour Party were sponsored by opposition just because they are scared of Peter Obi's credible court history and history of winning court cases, history of winning litigations and all of that. And they're also scared of the way the cases that Peter Obi and Labour Party has presented to the tribunal, the credibility of those cases that have been put together. And that is why the only thing they're doing is using propaganda to distract Labour Party, and then also planting individuals in the party to distract them. But that is not going to work. Somebody say, Apapa obedience movement don't need you. You come to destroy and devour, but it will... okay, this didn't put the comment very well. Said, Apapa obedient movement don't need you. Okay, you come to destroy and devour, but it will not work for you with the APC camps that sent you. Shame on you people. So that is what this guy is saying. Okay, staying straight at Apapa, just like I said earlier. Apapa is a move that is planted by the opposition just to disorganize the party, but it's not going to work. Somebody said it is for dodgers of taxes and forgers of court papers. That is true. So Apapa Lamidi is for people who dodge taxes and the people who forge court papers. So the whole thing is heading back to Apapa. When you look at Apapa self, you know that he has nothing to offer. It's really a move planted there to cause confusion, but it's obviously not going to succeed. So this is exactly what is coming from the 20 Labour Party chairmen from 20 local government areas of Ogun State, warning members in the state, Labour Party members in the state, that Labour Party is not for money bags. So thank you for listening, and let's have a comment.